This is your tutorial for exercise 16B in your beginning AutoCAD workbook. Okay, so for exercise 16B, you want to open up your Border A file and make sure that you've created your class style dimensioning. If you don't have that, go back to pages 16-8 in your workbook and work through that part of the chapter to create your new dimension style. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and create this shape just using object lines. Once you have it created, we're going to go ahead and dimension it using our class style dimension, and we're going to use linear, continuous, and baseline dimensioning. So I'm going to start with my linear dimensioning first along the bottom, and again, make sure that you're grabbing where you actually want it to grab. There we go. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to start and go up the right hand side of the part. I don't know why mine's being so off right now. Okay. So from there I'm going to use continuous dimensioning. I want here, I want here, and I want here. Enter. I'm going to go across the top of the part, create my first linear dimension. So consider the selection that you made. Those come up, grab those, move where you want. Okay, so I've created my first dimension, then I'm going to go back to continuous dimensioning. And we're going to use baseline dimensioning up the other side. So baseline. I don't know why mine is being so finicky at the moment. I'm going to go in and fix it, but so this should be 0.2. There we go. So when you're selecting your lines, you always want to make sure that you're selecting the ends of them, that your extension lines aren't coming up over your object lines. So make sure that you always have them going across the corners. Okay, and the last two dimensions, create along the bottom. I'm just going to use linear for these ones as well. So I'm doing from here to here first. If you get a dimension that looks like this, don't click it yet. Just move your dimension down to where you want it to be and then click. And my next one is from the end of that line to the end of this line. And I guess they didn't line theirs up there in the book. They staggered them a little bit. If you wanted them to line up when you're doing it, just grab your end points. It's probably best practice to have them lined up neatly like that. Okay, so that is the end. Save it. That's the end of exercise 16B. That's the end of the tutorial for exercise 16B.